The guy that this happened to has hung on to this video for about a month because he doesn't know what to do with it. And he didn't know who to go to, because the people who are entrusted to uphold and protect our rights were the ones violating his rights. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to North Country Off Grid. Today is a cold day on the farm, but I tell you what, I am fired up today. Chad, why are you fired up? I'm gonna tell you why I'm fired up, guys. Yesterday I got sent a video from a resident here in Bonner County who caught two tax assessors trespassing inside of his property, inside of his dwelling, conducting an illegal search of his property, guys, and he caught it on video. I'm going to show you guys this video. Before I show you guys this video, I want to let you know that this video is going to have a call to action to it. I'm going to leave the tax assessor's number in this video. If this pisses you guys off to see this as much as it does me, I'm going to ask that you call the tax assessor and tell them that it is unacceptable for their employees to act in this manner. Check out the video.
Hello?
Hi.
How can I help you?
We're just here with the county assessor's office.
Oh, okay.
I'm Rachel.
Welcome.
I'm Rachel, this is Alicia.
Okay.
We're just here to measure the house and put it on the tax rolls. So, are you guys the owners?
I am. It's not a house.
It's an accessory dwelling unit. I have the permit.
Okay.
Right, it has an apartment in it. That's how it's permitted.
Yeah, just go off of what it was permitted. And don't enter my house unless you're, or my shop, or my garage, unless you're invited. Do you understand me? And that should be common knowledge.
Sorry.
Video too. Thank you.
Guys, you can tell everything by the body language that's going on in this video of the two assessors that are in there scurrying out as soon as they're caught, walking right towards the guy and getting out of the shop.
How can I help you?
We're just here with the county assessor's office.
Oh.
If you're in there to do a job and you're supposed to be there, why not finish the job? Like I said, they're in there to measure the building.
We're just here to measure the house and put it on the tax rolls.
Did you guys see a measuring tape? I didn't see a measuring tape. That building looks big enough to me that that's going to require a 100-foot tape to be able to measure those distances. Now both these women come scurrying out and then they apologize. But at the end they say, oh, okay, we're sorry, we'll just leave.
Unless you're invited. Do you understand me? And that should be common knowledge.
Sorry.
Is there any accountability in saying, oh, I'm sorry, we got caught, we'll just leave, no big deal. No big deal. We'll leave. The person who sent me this video, I don't even know. Never even met him before. Never met him before. They had this happen and they didn't know what to do about it. And luckily they knew someone who knew of me and they sent me the video, which was the right thing to do because I'll put it out there for the world to see. These women conducted an illegal, warrantless search of this man's property. They entered into his dwelling, which by their definition, they claimed it was.
It's an accessory dwelling unit. I have the permit. Right, it has an apartment in it. That's how it's permitted, right?
They entered into his dwelling without a warrant to search. Now guys, this isn't just a basic trespass issue. This isn't, oh, I came onto your property and now I'm leaving. They entered into this man's house. They entered into this man's home, this family's home. And the part that he was telling me about afterwards that really pissed him off is that his wife and kids were inside the house, in the apartment side of this place, right next to them, not knowing that there are two people, uninvited, inside their garage. Now, this man said he got a permit, he thought he did everything correctly, and he did. And his rights were still violated. Everyone knew about his building. He did all of his permits correctly. He followed their laws, their codes. He did everything that was asked of him to do, and they still violated this man's rights. Now I'm going to ask you guys in this situation, if you were to come home and find two people inside your structure that aren't invited and aren't supposed to be there, what would you do, knowing that your family's in the room next to them? Guys, if you are unaware, anyone who is an elected official, which the tax assessor is, takes an oath to uphold the Constitution against enemies both foreign and domestic. Guys, it is your right to privacy. It is your right to not have warrantless searches on your property. You have the right to be secure in your property. These women did not have the right to enter into his home. And for them to pretend that it is part of their job description and then just say, oops, okay, sorry, we'll leave, is wrong. It's illegal. And just because you're friendly about it doesn't mean it's not a crime. A real crime, not a code violation. This is a civil rights violation. They violated this man's Fourth Amendment right, and it is unacceptable, and we're going to hold them accountable. So guys, make sure you call the tax assessor and let them know that the way that their employees are acting is illegal and unacceptable. And we the people don't tolerate it and won't tolerate it. Here is why I am so fired up about this. This is a very dangerous situation. This was a potentially lethal situation for those two women who decided to enter a man's home, a man's dwelling. Two people who decided to go into this structure unannounced, uninvited. If this man didn't practice the restraint he did, both those women could be in a casket right now. More importantly, guys, I want you to understand the repercussions this action can take on this family in the future. The next time they hear rustling outside in their garage, they might instantly think, oh, the tax assessor's back, and go marching out there to tell them to leave. And it might not be the tax assessor that time. It might be someone who's there to cause them harm. And somebody may lose their life. And somebody may get hurt because they assumed it, oh, it's just the tax assessor. Now, guys, am I playing the game of what ifs? Sure. There's a lot of what ifs, but those what ifs shouldn't have to be played, and that is why we have rights in place so that those what ifs don't need to be talked about. But we're talking about them now. That family was put in danger. Might seem simple to you guys, but this is not a trespassing issue. This is a rights violation conducted by the Bonner County Tax Assessor's Office. The guy that this happened to has hung on to this video for about a month because he doesn't know what to do with it, and he didn't know who to go to, because the people who are entrusted to uphold and protect our rights were the ones violating his rights. And he's afraid of repercussion. He's afraid of retaliation, and you guys have seen on my channel, they're not above retaliation. It's how they operate. It's what they do. They force you to comply, and if they don't get you, then they go after you at every angle that they have. So this guy's not wrong for feeling like he might be retaliated against. We're not going to share his name. So I'll tell you the advice that I gave him, guys, and he should be doing here is I told him, we have a constitutional sheriff here in Bonner County. These women violated your rights. Call that sheriff, tell him exactly what happened, showed him the video, and let him take care of it. Let him do his job and protect and uphold your rights. The Bonner County Sheriff also took an oath of office to uphold and defend the Constitution. Let him do his job. But I want you guys to hold everyone else accountable. I want you guys to call the office and tell them it's unacceptable. Let them hear from we the people. This is a neighbor, this is now a friend, and this is who we're sticking up for. Do it for him. Do it for the other neighbors who are afraid to speak out. Do it for the other neighbors who are afraid to say anything because they're afraid to be retaliated against. If it wasn't for someone giving this guy my name, his story would not be getting put out. Many of you guys have asked, what can we do? We're not even in the state. I wish we could be there. I wish we could fight this with you, brother. What can we do? Can we send you money? What can we do? Guys, this is the easiest thing you can do. Pick up your phone and dial the phone number. Get a hold of the tax assessor and let them know. It's unacceptable. It's wrong. And it's illegal. You need to change the way you operate. You need to get rid of these employees who violate rights. We don't want them here. We don't need them here. And they're not going to stay here.